Hey everyone, I hope you're well. I hope you appreciate the change of scenery. I just kind of like saw this and I was stretching and I was like, ooh, I really want to do a video against this backdrop. So yeah, here I am. I've kind of thought about this topic whilst I was running because it's something which I'm like, oh, I don't really know if I should talk about it. Like, I'm not sure if it's something which I am going to definitely carry on doing or if it's just kind of like a short-term thing. But I thought either way, it's still something which I know other people find interesting and I would definitely find interesting if I knew somebody else was doing it. So the thing I want to talk about is like sober living. I stopped drinking alcohol, basically. I do it on like celebrations. So say for example it's my mum's 50th birthday, I will drink then. But I basically stopped drinking alcohol near the beginning of lockdown. I decided to do it with my friend as an experiment, really. We were both doing this thing called like brain health and we wanted to get our brain as healthy as possible. So we both decided to stop drinking. I'm quite an experimental person. I fell into veganism just because of pure experiments. I was like, okay, I want to see what it's like. I found it very easy. I'm not someone who drinks much anyway, so yeah, it was absolutely fine. We're now coming out of lockdown and I've been presented with opportunities where I could drink and I'm not, and I'm honestly enjoying it so much. So yeah, before I go into that, I thought I'll kind of like split the video up into sections so we can talk about it all like individually. So the first thing I want to talk about is why I decided to stop drinking, and I also want to merge it to why I felt the need to drink before. So yeah, why I decided to stop drinking kind of like point blank is because I was doing this thing called brain health and I was looking at like the damage which alcohol could do on your brain, and at the moment I am trying to like be really healthy and stuff, and I guess just kind of like seeing the brain scans and stuff of what alcohol does do, I was like, oh, I'm not really sure. Yeah, it just isn't great. I mean, I don't need to tell people that it's not a good drug for your body. Another thing, it can really muck up girls' hormones. It's like for a week afterwards, drinking alcohol can muck up your body. So I do think about university students who sometimes drink every single day and their bodies never get a chance to recover and their hormones are all over the place. And when I think about mental health at university and how that could have a correspondence to alcohol, and yeah, definitely something I'm gonna look into a little bit more. So yeah, I guess that's kind of like the reason why I stopped, and why I did feel the need to do it, kind of because I guess everybody else was doing it, especially like at university when I was traveling, a lot of people were drinking, and it is kind of like this not peer pressure, I don't think people are telling you to do it, but the social pressure that other people are drinking, so you kind of like feel the need to drink as well. So yeah, I guess because everybody else was doing it, I didn't really question it, and that actually has really similar links to veganism. Everybody else is eating meat, you don't really question it, so you eat meat as well, even if there are like consequences or bad consequences. So yeah, I guess that's why I was doing it. And also at the time, because I think if people used to know me, like, yeah, I was someone who liked to party a lot, I was someone who liked to drink a lot, so it is kind of like now a big change in lifestyle. But I think the reason why I did used to drink so much is because I preferred my life when I was kind of like out partying and when I was drunk. I thought like that fun side was like the best side, and I probably preferred that kind of like entertaining side than my life now. But I guess now that I've started to like work on other things in my life, so from starting up Care to Be Better, from having a more fulfilling job, through like finding activities which I enjoy more, like I lead a lot more of an interesting life now that I'm sober to when I did when I was partying. Because say for example you're meeting up with your friends, like you're like, okay, I haven't seen my friends for a while, I'll go out with them for a drink, like it's just to give them, and it's fun, do not get me wrong, it's really fun. But when you're repetitively doing it and you're not introducing like new hobbies or activities into the relationship, I do think that relationship will suffer a little bit. And when I started to say no, I don't want to drink, it forced me to do other activities with my friends which like I never would have done before, and in like my relationship as well, and it's actually strengthened my relationships a lot. So I think the reason why I'm finding it so easy not to drink now is because I prefer my life when I am sober to what I did when I was like not sober and I was partying more. How do I feel? Yeah, I feel great, to be honest. Like I am trying to be really healthy, and I sound like such a big baby, but waking up hungover when I want to do like a lot in the day, I want to wake up, I want to like be able to like talk to people like on a podcast, I want to be able to do research for mental health, I want to like crack on and get like a good grade in my university degree. When, for example, physically I don't feel good, and also mentally, like there's about this like brain fog going around in my head, I don't feel capable like as to do as much, so I guess it has like made a massive difference in how I feel. I feel like I have sustained energy, and it's not just like, say for example, you go out and it's the next day you feel bad. For me, it's kind of like a few days afterwards where I was kind of like stopping drinking like a little bit before I was winding down. When I did have it, it had a big effect on me. So yeah, not drinking now, I do feel great, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, this is like another thing before I stop the video. I noticed that my skin would get really, really bad after drinking, and also my hair was getting thinner. Like, it was, say for example, after a few nights out at university, because I didn't drink that much, I would feel my hair and it just feel like so horrible and dry, and actually felt like it was falling out. I don't know why. And like since stopping drinking, my skin has got so much better, my hair has got thicker, so they're like noticeable appearance changes, which is quite interesting. Okay, lastly, will I go back to drinking alcohol? I don't know. I'm going to link it to veganism again. So yeah, I kind of, when I went vegan, found all these changes in my body. I felt so much better, and I was like, I really want to stick doing this. Like I want to like make sure I have this lifestyle for the rest of my life, and it's like very easy to stay vegan if you want to. Literally just Google like slaughterhouses, Google like veganism contributes to environment, and then you stay vegan. Whereas like something like alcohol, yeah, there are obviously like research studies done, but I don't think I've looked into it enough like to say the negative effects of alcohol. So I think what I am going to do, say for example, if I want to start drinking alcohol again, is I am just going to sit down and completely Google the effects of alcohol, like long-term effects, short-term effects, and then make the decision then and there, like if alcohol is something which I want to carry on drinking. As I said, at the moment, at a celebration, like a big celebration, I will drink alcohol, but more often than not, after I've had that like glass of wine or like a beer, I don't feel like I wanted to have it. It actually makes me feel like, because I guess I know that alcohol is a depressant now, a bit like lethargic, a bit down, and after you start to like get used to not drinking alcohol, you actually have more energy throughout the night than, say for example, if you had alcohol. Literally, you have a Coke, so much sugar in there, and you are bouncing with everyone. It's this really interesting thing. So say for example, this is my last point to wrap up this video. So my friend Georgia really inspired me to not drink alcohol, because she is like the life and soul of a party, and she's like never drinks in her life. And I kind of said to her, like, how are you able to do this? Like, how are you able to have this much energy, and like everybody else is drinking and you're able to have even more energy? And she said to me, I literally just vibe with other people's vibes. And I thought, I don't understand, like, what do you mean? But when other people start drinking and they start to feel like a bit like weird and like fun or whatever, you do start to match their energy. I know that sounds weird, but like once you've got over that awkward stage of, oh my gosh, I'm not drinking, have a Coke in your hand, start drinking, start interacting with people, and you just kind of like merge to how they're feeling as well. You may not think that's possible, but honestly, I went to a party, like a week ago, and I was doing that, and it was like so much fun. I honestly enjoyed myself way more than if I like drank a whole bottle of wine and kind of didn't know what was going on and whatever. So yeah, I hope this video has been helpful. I honestly would have like found this video so interesting if yeah, it was like a few months back and I was just like considering whether or not to stop drinking alcohol or not. So if you want any more advice on this, please let me know, and I'd love to make future videos on this. So yeah, I hope you have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're doing, and I'll speak very soon.